You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the charming festival that I have bequeathed to the masses as a tool to realize their ambition?
Why does it sound like he didn't know?
Indeed, Dreammaster. Once the Charmony Festival begins, the Stellaron's powers, along with the song, will be broadcast across the entire planet of Penacony. And then everyone in their dreams will be unable to awaken.
What?
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort of the 5 families. If someone were to use the Charmony Festival to recklessly disseminate the power of the Stellaron, this individual must hold a position of great authority.
Where did that bullshit come from? Am I just missing out on some key detail here?
Do you have any suspects?
Oh, it's gotta be Sunday, right?
I'd like to ask, did you really not know of the Stellaron's existence?
I would have never thought that this nameless would point the spear at me. Quite astonishing indeed.
Did the Dream Master not even know?
If I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies. But the current circumstances are dire and leave no room for meticulous inquiry. We're doing this out of concern for the dreamscape's safety. So, if you could, please alleviate our concerns.
Dreammaster, it's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron. If we're being overly cautious, I will return to the stage to offer tribute in song, just per the arrangement.
Sunday, Robin. I've watched you two grow up, and know your dispositions like the back of my hand. Both of you, right now, can surely be lauded as their most devout advocates. I already know your resolve. The magnitude of this matter is enormous, and cannot be taken lightly. Since Mr. Yang has asked with such earnestness, I will personally respond in kind. If there is a need, the entire Oak family will be mobilized to heed your call.
The little bird in the back.
Someday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me, and question me in their stead, so that no lies may be concealed?
Really?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence, so that all slander may be utterly dispelled?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth, just as it is in the heavens.
Oh, that's tough to trust, though, because these three have been together for years, you know?
Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
Let us begin. There is nothing else to prepare.
The ringing of the
Understood.
bell.
Question. Have you devoted your life to your god, never worshipping other gods?
Wow, that's the first question?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself? Always heeding their admonishments?
Sunday, I don't know if we're...
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god, betraying their name?
I don't like that he smiles during this.
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god, coveting more than the foundation of the creation itself?
The fuck does that even mean?
Never.
Then, a final question.
Do you really seek to destroy this world?
Do you swear to fulfill all vows, past, present, and future?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words, or if I renege on my vows, may I be cursed in accordance with divine law.
We're getting real here, man.
They have seen your faith, and have endorsed your faith. With this, it can be evidenced.
Just a moment.
What is it, Mr. Yang?
I have another question I hope to have answered. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine laws. The god you both mentioned, are they truly Shipe?
Zype.
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. All duplicity is laid bare before the harmony.
The Dream Master spoke. I don't think Sunday spoke.
Such a delicate and complex symphony. Which other god could perfectly harmonize this, if not for the great one, Shipe?
Zype.
Perfectly harmonize. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony, but a dissonance that has surreptitiously emerged from within this very symphony itself. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Their followers formed the Beyond the Sky Choir, spreading solemn and reverent hymns throughout the universe. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony, ultimately
Order.
absorbed and fused into it. The chorus that once
No, hold up.
across worlds fell silent, and when it echoed anew, it was transformed into the hymn of harmony.
It's not an existing Aeon. Okay, so hold on. It's Order. Order's the path he's talking about. It interacted with the Harmony, and Harmony overtook it. And I even said something when you first hear that lore in the game that I thought it made no sense. In my head, Order just seems way bigger than Harmony, and then the internet was like, me. But, oh my god. They haven't confirmed anything yet, but is it that when that other path was eaten, it didn't fully go away? And so the reason nobody knows what path is interfering is because it's one that everyone thinks is already gone?
Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger. In the all-forgiving harmony, echoes of bygone dissonance may subtly arise.
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself alone and without allies.
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
Oh, throwing Robin in too?
What?
There's no way he would do something to Robin, right? Oh, well, come on.
Sorry, Robin. It's just you. I did not wish for you to know this. It's a pity that things have turned out this way.
So, this is the true reason I can't sing? The shadow that envelops Penacony is actually...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. True bliss can only be guaranteed by the one who transcends the many. Within the foundation of law, humanity establishes civilization, and through harmony, we obtain order.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable. To think that there would be remnants of the Order on Penacony.
I didn't see that kind of idea coming.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry. I just gave them some time alone to ponder their fates.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Bro, look, that old man talked about how it took a whole army to take down Zulo, the Lord Ravager. I took down a Lord Ravager with literally just 2 or 3 people. Like, you do not want to fuck with the Galactic Baseballer.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we?
Well, you kind of took Welt.
Your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone, and have been widely observed.
You want to talk terms? Yeah, give Mr. Yang back, man. Oh, get to the point. Get to the point.
Patience is a virtue.
That I don't have.
However, I won't hold it against you. On the contrary, I'm here to make my intentions clear.
Oh, get the Yap Coney over with.
If it is the Order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
Tell him, Himeko.
You're mistaken, Miss Himeko. They are in very safe hands, and just as the family has always proclaimed, no one can be harmed in the dreamscape, least of all in the beautiful new world belonging to the Order. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. The strong wield their blades against the weak, and the victors push the vanquished to the brink of life. Natural selection. The world abides by this principle, establishing the well-being of humanity atop the corpses of the downtrodden. Only we, or rather, I, possess the power to put an end to this farce.
Oh my
So you've
God.
decided to resurrect a dead Eon? No one's ever done such a thing.
If Miss Himeko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly.
Let us
I've
cast
always
aside
firmly
title
believed
and
that people can
pretense.
understand one another through peaceful means. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders.
This is crazy
so that
right
you
now.
will make better judgment for the Astral Express, for Penacony, and for this stretch of the universe. Words can hardly do justice to the beauty of that ideal.
This is cool and all, but this still doesn't take away from Robin talking about how the Charmony Festival's going to trap everybody in the dream.
So, come with me,
The
everyone.
voice.
Let us retrace our steps and see once again where this road leads.
Huh? Where'd he go?
What the fuck?
Welcome. This isn't any location in Penacony's dreamscape.
Oh, the eyeball.
It's my inner world. The reason the scenery before you remains unchanged is because your consciousness has drawn on similar concepts to fill in the gaps.
Just like Dreamscape bubbles.
That means...
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process, stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. The gray-haired guest has experienced it before, so he should understand what it entails.
What?
Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings, which also means that I cannot hide anything from you.
When they very first came? No.
Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. The road we once took begins here.
This is not how I thought this talent
From
show
this
was going to
point
go.
on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced. I've selected a portion of these to share with you.
Is that the Charmony Dove?
I believe after going through similar predicaments, you'll be able to better understand my thoughts. Let's begin. The first decision. A story about a baby bird.
Are they trying to make us empathize with Sunday right now? Is that what this whole arc is about to be?
This story happened when Robin and I were very young. We were victims of the Stellaron disaster, and the family's Mr. Gopher Wood, who would later become the Dream Master of Penacony, saw that we siblings had no one to turn to and took us in. Later on, Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. One day, after dinner, while my younger sister and I were lounging about in Mr. Gopher Wood's yard, we spotted a fledgling Charmony Dove all on its own.
That's something else everyone kept fucking saying in the chat was one day after dinner.
That baby bird was tiny. It didn't even have all of its feathers, and it couldn't sing. When we found it, it was already on its last breath, having fallen into a shrub, probably abandoned by its parents.
Holy God.
We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. However, thinking back, that winter was unusually cold, with fierce winds at night in the yard, not to mention the many poisonous bugs and wild beasts in the vicinity.
But Gopherwood lets two kids run around?
It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. So, I suggested we take it inside, place it on the shelf by the window, and asked the adults to fashion a cage for it. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. The tragic part, something that we'd never considered, was that this bird's fate had already been determined long before this moment. Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Faced with this situation, what choice would you make?
What in the fuck?
Stick to the original plan, and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony Dove fell. Or build a cage for it, and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home.
Why do they say that so nice, but then make the picture dark?
I eagerly await your answer.
And then the other one is all the correct colors, but it's just a nice way of saying leave it to its devices. Optional talk with the others. Oh, is everyone here? Oh, they are here. Oh, I'm so interested to see what people have to say to this. This is a Yap Coney episode for sure.
That guy just casually throws this kind of question at us? What exactly is his deal? But fine, I'll answer, I guess.
I'm curious what March's answer would be because she's got a very unique kind of circumstance going on.
If it were me, I guess I'd choose to build a cage for the little Charmony Dove. After all, leaving it there, it's bound to get hurt by wild animals or something. And that'd just be too sad.
I was gonna pick the
It
cage
looks
option,
like
by
he
the way,
really
before you guys
has
think
no
I get
intention of imprisoning us.
influenced by
If
this
it's
too
just
much.
a quiz, I suppose it's fine to humor him.
We don't know what's up with Welt. What do you mean it's fine to humor him?
Back to the question. I would personally choose to build the little Charmony Dove a cage. No special reason. I do think that a fledgling should have the right to fly into the sky. But if it can't even live to that point, then there's nothing to talk about to begin with.
Yep, Himeko's kind of along the line of what my thinking was.
I can't decipher his intentions right now, but based solely on that question, I would probably choose to build that dove a cage. Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first. If I left it where I found it, I fear it'd never get the chance to fly ever again.
What's this? Is this the music in here? Walk of Fame. So I was gonna choose this one. This one is probably more what I would do realistically. Just because, like, real life, I ain't got time to worry about all that shit. But, like, if I'm kids and we got the time and it's not a big deal, like, yeah, I would choose this.
I'm happy to see that you made a choice similar to ours. If your mind is made up, let me reveal the outcome of this choice. We passionately nursed it back to health, preparing only the best food for it every day. We even preened its feathers. Later, on the day that Robin left Penacony, we opened the cage door and let it fly back into the sky. I watched it for a long while by the window, probably about 3 or so days. In those 3 long days, the little Charmony dove tried again and again to spread its wings to fly into the sky, but fell to the ground, only to keep trying. Finally, on the 137th attempt, it succeeded. But its attempt did not go perfectly. After flying unsteadily for a while, it fell to the ground. Unable to grasp the direction of the air currents, the fall shattered its wings. It writhed helplessly in my embrace. But it was all for naught, finally succumbing to a painful demise. And in that instant, our tender care, our given love and hopes, they all became the inevitable push that sent it to its death. I deeply regret the choices we made. Next, let us head to the second decision. This time, it's the story of a dream chaser. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia,
Gesundheit.
a position exclusive to the Oak family, charged with listening to the problems and vexations of dreamscape residents.
Ah, the confession
and
booth.
providing them with the relevant guidance. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the dreamscape. Joy, sorrow, arrogance.
Bro, this guy had a time of it.
The complex tapestry of human nature that formed the world. And I was fortunate to catch a glimpse of it. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. Just like the rest of them, he came to Penacony in search of a better life. Except that, to most people, the price he paid, I suppose you could say it was everything. He told me, I sold everything I could at home. The house, the land, even his 2 children. He said he could not afford to raise them, and that at least they could eat if they lived as slaves. He had a plan in place. He would buy back his children once he had made his fortune, and enjoy Penacony's beautiful dream with them. Alas, his plan to smuggle himself was somewhat clumsy, and he was sniffed out by those pig-headed hounds. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. That way, at least he could live peacefully. But I was still too naive to the ways of the world. I did not anticipate that what I thought was a kind gesture would later lead to dire consequences.
This is all stuff you could never predict, dude.
I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you all to make a choice. Will you do as I did, and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit, so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels, until his inevitable judgment arrives?
I mean, that's his own choices. he has to pay for his own
I
consequences.
look forward to everyone's decisions. Who knows? Perhaps they might even alter the outcome of this tragedy.
I mean, no, I'm not. I don't think I'm with Sunday on this one.
This question. Surely it has some connection to the baby bird story.
It does.
And this connection is precisely the breakthrough Sunday aims to use to persuade us.
Yep. I'm kind of already figuring it out.
I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
A dreamchaser story. If I acted out of kindness, I would probably ask the Bloodhounds to stop their pursuit and lend him a hand. But what cruel repercussion would this choice result in? I think Sunday must have been deeply impressed by the limitations of the strong defending the weak through this incident.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure this moment shaped a lot for him.
It seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacony. But that guy in the story, I don't think he deserves any sympathy at all.
Thank you, March.
He sold his kids to chase a dream. Even if he intended to go back for them, it's still insanely irresponsible.
Yep.
With that thought, there's only one choice. Let the Bloodhound send him back home. This person deserves to be punished.
Deserves is a strong word, but earned highly. I'm absolutely gonna, yeah, I'm with March. Mm-hmm.
It seems you, like me, are pondering whether a different choice could have led to a better outcome. Sadly, his fate would only be more tragic. Say he never gets caught. He would only die
How
from
would you open it
delirium.
like a hypothetical?
The methods with which illegal stowaways enter dreams are unorthodox. Not flawless like the hotels. Living in the dreamscape would be a mere pipe dream.
Well, he wouldn't be living the dreamscape. His ass would be heading right back home.
Should he be apprehended? Could the hounds afford to turn a blind eye? The answer is a definitive no. They couldn't bear the resulting consequences, and thus wouldn't dare extend a helping hand. As to your choice, I once again offer my heartfelt apologies. Next comes the third and final decision.
Oh
And
boy.
the story this time is my own.
Oh, if you reveal some crazy shit more than you already have, I'm gonna go
This
crazy.
story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head.
What a time.
At that time, Mr. Gopherwood was the current Dream Master. And as per his wish, we had a private conversation.
What do you mean he was the current Dream Master?
What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. He let me read its contents, and it was a letter from my sister. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just as I started wondering how this letter related to our discussion, the Dream Master began to speak.
I like how this is just an art version of the scene right before he got bodied by Gallagher.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course. But why would you personally visit me to hand me a letter from my sister containing mere trivialities?
Well, that's a bit rude to call the things your sister took the time to write you trivialities.
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue. Do you know where Robin is at this moment?
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct? She's touring there right now.
Correct. Has she mentioned anything about a stray bullet?
A stray bullet? What?
War has broken out on that planet. It is because of this very reason that Robin chose this destination. To spread the word of the Harmony.
Oh no.
To save the lives of that planet. she personally made for the front lines.
Oh no. Are they gonna play into like some kind of idea of like Robin in a cage and Sun? Oh no.
She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song, and was willing to brave mortal danger to deliver the IPC's medical supplies. Unfortunately, stray bullets show no such compassion.
Bullets and knives, the great equalizer. They don't care how big you are, how rich you are.
Is she alright?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital.
She legit got shot?
By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly, yet possibly as a reward for her consistent deeds of harmony. It didn't hit any vital arteries. Once you've attended to your outstanding tasks, it'd be advisable to write her back as soon as possible.
Those damned savages! I'll pack my bags right away. My gratitude for bringing this to my attention, Mr. Gopherwood. Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
She has a bullet wound on her neck?
How could this happen? Miss Robin.
Is that what fucked up her? I
It's
thought the
all
harmony.
past, so please don't worry. I share this in the meager hope that you will understand the harmony's limitations and predicament. As grandiose as the strong defending the weak sounds, many times, it is nothing more than wishful thinking. Likewise, I've prepared one last question.
That was supposed to be
One
it.
last choice. But rest assured, this choice will not have any grave consequences.
And these are all hypothetical. The last
Because
ones didn't either.
this is merely a figment of imagination. A nightmare that has haunted me through countless nights. If you ever had the opportunity to make a choice like I did,
Oh god.
would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
Yep. I would. Oh god. Yep, I would. I would. I would.
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights. In the dream, I see blurry faces. I don't know who they are, but I sympathize with all of them. Fighting for survival against some unfathomable force. Their confusion and fear are lucid to me. But I also remember they chose never to give up. Just like Miss Robin.
Is that supposed to be a Hompact
Mr.
reference?
Sunday's question leaves you puzzled. You should find the answer from your own experiences.
Damn, Himeko said,
In
you
each
got this.
trailblaze, dangers and tribulations will surely follow. But would you ever back away? Would you stop March and Don Hung from reaching their next destination? I believe you have an answer of your own.
Oh, that would hit me a bit. Oh, shit.
Miss Robin's courage is admirable. And here I was thinking she was just another superstar celebrity. But the fact that she's also Mr. Sunday's younger sister? No, I doubt he'd wish harm on his own flesh and blood, no matter how grand the ambition.
I think that's why he's coming off as such a pretty decent villain, is because it's pretty genuine. It's pretty genuine.
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin. The strong defending the weak is a great mantra, but if I had to pay such a price, I don't know what I'd do.
Yep. Nope. She's going on that fucking journey. I have her sister in real life, and if she told me she was gonna go off and do something stupid, I'd give her a final hoorah and drink in her name. And I know she would do the exact same thing for me. Let's fucking go.
I see.
Yep. At the end of the day, you and me have very fundamentally different opinions at the last second.
I am now aware of everyone's stances.
Yep. I am now aware of yours.
Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order, where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain, because this is not what happiness is at all.
Oh, and now we're gonna provide a definition of happiness? Oh, shit.
We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper
you're talking to
crust
the wrong
preaches,
crowd, buddy.
But in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
In a cage.
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion, a cage known as self-worth. People lured in by this illusion make mistakes, yet still ask that external influences bear the burden.
Human nature can't be happy.
When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison, a place dictated only by the rule of survival of the fittest.
Is he just recreating the prison planet scenario?
Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do.
Man.
Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the weaknesses of humanity. They can cast aside their primal instincts to build a haven for mankind.
Also, fun fact, I've never seen anyone else use the word antithesis. That's awesome.
Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract, so allow me to provide a simple example. As you all may know, there are societal norms like weekends and long weekends that exist on some worlds.
I relate to this.
During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just a pity that 2 or 3 days are still too fleeting compared to the span of a lifetime.
I mean, if it's 2 days every week, that's borderline a quarter of your life. That's not a small chunk.
From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. This should be the face of the new world. Idyllic, eternal, peaceful days.
Infinite weekend away from work? Okay, hold on, pause. Okay, no. Okay, pause, hold on. Suddenly, I'm kind of chiming with Sunday. Infinite weekends? No longer have to worry about the work week? I could just YouTube... Sorry, we're getting off track.
And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. Some gaze in reverence at the stars, pouring their whole beings into calculating the distance between us and the isolated world of Pagana.
Silver
Meanwhile,
Rail's starting
some
point?
seek
What?
refuge in quiet corners, holding one another, unencumbered by the chains of unwelcome obligations.
Pagana? That's very specific, Hoyo. I wonder what you're doing. What are you cooking up there, Hoyo? You think I'm not onto your fucking game yet?
There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity face the inevitable end with the purest of spirit. Living a life of dignity. This is what it is to live in bliss. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome.
Oh, okay. Now he's gonna play into her traumas here.
Understand this.
But I have a feeling I know her answer though.
It sounds like a flawless theory.
Mm-hmm. Here it comes.
But what is the price to attain all this?
Everybody in Penacony.
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary awakening until the end of the cosmos.
Oh my god.
Awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
Oh, your plan's got limits.
Not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh,
Oh no, he
blood,
justified it for himself
sorrow,
in his own head.
weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that
Yep.
we defeat it.
You said the wrong thing. You said the wrong
But
words.
in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the contrary, the seeds of escape exist in everyone's hearts.
They do.
Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? And as for why life slumbers, it is because we are afraid to awaken from our dreams. But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we truly understand the frailty of human nature, and from there, show compassion and protection.
Oh, the problem is his words aren't really wrong, but his actions kind of are.
I admit that you are a born leader.
Credit is due where credit is due.
Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. Yet you express compassion for all, even when your heart pities them. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright.
Ah, I didn't like you at first. You're earning points. You're almost there, girl.
The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, it is not up to another to decide. Perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak?
You don't want to do it, dude. You don't want to do it. Trust me.
Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer.
Our answer is going to be a little shorter, though.
We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed before. Tell him our choice.
Yeah, I swear to God, if one of these options is not roll initiative. Not long ago.
What is this place?
Misha?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha?
Well, this is where we first fought Death. Or Sleepy.
I don't know, but I feel a sense of deja vu. What is this place?
It's the realm within a dream bubble. This was left to the Astral Express by a nameless, but weirdly, when we entered it, it was completely empty. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memories, and a dream bubble can't take shape if its core is empty. So I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery, Misha. As a hotel doorman, you know penacony best among us.
I don't know much about dream bubbles, but if you want to figure out what this mansion is, I'll do my best.
Oh God.
Counting on you then.
Himeko, I still don't get it. Why were you so sure that Misha had a connection with this dream bubble?
I mean, Misha definitely plays some huge part in this, right?
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. But since Misha feels familiar with this place, my hunch might be correct.
I mean, Misha just looks like young Watchmaker, right?
Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here.
Wait. Death is dormancy? I thought death was sleepy. Or is that just what Misha calls him? I'm confused.
The question now is, who brought you here? Based on the clues we have so far, it's unlikely to be that masked fool. So identifying them is crucial to us. We're drawing closer to the truth once more. Let's give Misha some time, as I believe he'll unveil the secret of this dream bubble.
All right, but there are doors all over the place. Which one should we choose?
Oh yeah, we ran through all
Do you
kinds
have
of
any
doors.
idea, Misha?
I guess maybe this way?
Oh, we're going. This is not how I thought this was gonna go.
I'm not entirely sure,
The
but
door went blue.
let's give it a try.
You gonna jump scare me in here again, dude? I really would not appreciate that.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on your...
First try?
Weird. This place is quite different from the hotel.
Sure. Pupil a keyhole?
I feel like I've been here before, and even lived here for a while.
What in the Kingdom Hearts is happening? You even have the clocky Mickey Mouse twist.
If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway. Clocky and I used to sit by the fire, listening to the crackling of firewood.
Clocky existed, so it would have been after the first Watchmaker's time.
And the room on the other side was the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor and making up stories for each of them. Hold on. This doesn't make sense. Didn't I grow up in Dreamflux Reef? So, what is this place?
This could be a case of amnesia. Don't worry, Misha. It's common for everyone to forget certain aspects of the past. Those memories haven't vanished. They're just lying in the depths of your mind. We can surely get them back. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything more?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Then let's check out the rooms I just mentioned.
This kid seems so shaken. Hold on, what fucking mission are we on? Then wake to weep? Oh God, what in the Yapcony is going on?
Mikhail, that's the name. Now we all know him as the Watchmaker.
Yep.
So, who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the Watchmaker. But Mikhail...
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is Grandpa's name.
Wait, who's dad then?
Grandpa? Do you mean you're the Watchmaker's grandson?
But we haven't heard anything about the Watchmaker having descendants. And the name Mikhail is not rare. Perhaps it's merely a coincidence.
Sure thing,
Could you tell
Himeko.
us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He was a seafarer who fearlessly ventured into mysterious seas and storms. He was always on the sea and had lots of friends who accompanied him on his travels.
Oh, it's a nameless.
He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old.
It's
He
leg day.
believed he was still young.
Leg work.
The name Mikhail was given to him by his parents, Mihaly and Elise, both renowned seafarers.
Nameless.
Every
Gotta
time
be.
he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea. I want to become a great adventurer, just like him.
Oh,
It
God.
appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the Watchmaker. So, perhaps it's just a coincidence? So, where is your grandpa now?
He's dead as hell, March.
He went off on a new journey, and it's been quite a while since I last saw him.
That's
So,
rough.
Where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville?
Okay, Mikhail.
Tick-tock. Tick-tock. Tick-tock.
I'm so scared again.
I heard some
Random
noises
music.
from the room. Origami bird? That's a friend of mine.
Aw.
You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah. It's a member of the Compass crew, just like Clocky and Miss Mirror. And there's
Miss
more
Mirror?
than just one origami bird. They are a big family with lots
Oh,
of
God, not the
sisters
fucking
who look
birds.
The same. They follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the ship. They're the best sailors.
Rosalina? Mirrors just make me think of memo keepers and the remembrance.
Sailors? Can Origami Birds be sailors?
Could you tell us more about the compass, Misha?
The Compass is a ship bound for the New World.
It's gotta be the
Clocky
Express.
and his partners travel through layers of fog to the depths of the sea. Whenever there is danger, Clocky will use a compass and guide the ship in the right direction.
That's a great story. But in the Penacony cartoon, Clocky and his partners have always lived in Dreamville. And
It's
never
gotta be
left
this dude
that
telling him
right?
stories about the Express, right?
Huh? Oh, that does seem to be the case.
Your memories are so patchwork placed. Oh, God. Misha, are you even a real person?
Weird. I clearly remember Clocky arrived in the New World in the end.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead.
Oh, God. Oh, God, guys.
Look, there it is.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
The water resembles a precious jewel embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every
Trailblazers.
time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves, it feels as though I'm back in this place, standing by your side.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, I saw these sentences in Grandpa's logbook. He used to say that despite the perils of the sea, whenever he stood on the deck in the afternoon, overlooking the sparkling waves, he would think of this fountain in front of his house.
Sparkling waves or stars?
He often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side, and the difficulties at sea didn't seem quite as challenging.
You know, I quite understand such sentiments.
Because March also looks up and sees this. Don't sigh, you'll get gray hair. Oh, we gotta bully March a little.
Hey, don't tease. I was just being a bit sentimental.
Oh, God.
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul. Even though the other side of the sea remains
Himeko's caught on.
shrouded in the unknown, the fountain in front of his house serves as a compass, leading him back to his cherished ones.
Yeah. While Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass, a toy boat that I made, into the pool. Back then, I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him, and he would always laugh and say I was still too young.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the Watchmaker.
Yeah. Based
Yeah.
on Misha's recollections, the scenes in the dream bubble appear to be his childhood memories.
But this raises more questions. According to Misha, he was clearly born on an oceanic planet and led an ordinary life, with no connection to penacony at all. Could this be some sort of metaphor? Perhaps the sea refers to the memory zone.
Everyone keeps calling it a sea.
I'm sorry. I don't know, but my memories keep pouring out uncontrollably, like water flowing from a fountain. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further.
Is your other eye gonna be like a fucking Sharing gun or something? Like, my God.
I wish to share your burden.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Oh, God.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. I remember this corridor.
Oh, no. Thought there was a chest there for some reason. Alright, let's go.
Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room that I saw him last time.
So many times across the ocean is our destination.
Captain Misha, we're now heading in the correct direction. I can't even interact with you.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Now they're saying Misha.
Misha, you finally come.
Rocky?
Clocky, you're here! Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Himiko's navigator side coming out.
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf in his room. They contain records of his expeditions to every corner of the world. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, the sea started to gradually swallow up the land where people lived. To ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue exploring the sea and search for the source of the rising seawater.
Maybe is it not the Astral Express? Is it the early explorers of what would be Penacony?
On that day, he called me to his study, telling me that he was embarking on another journey. However, I could sense the gravity in his expression. It was the same look I had seen on my father's face before his final voyage. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere and told me to stay home and patiently await a certain sound at the door.
What?
What sound?
Please trigger. Tick.
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars.
Okay, so I was thinking a little
He
different.
spoke of a train that transports children with a desire to venture far away, traversing the sea of stars without ever stopping.
Oh my god. Is the sound a train horn?
He said that he knew the crew on the train, and that he had asked them to take me along. He said the journey I had always dreamed of would start there.
Is Misha gonna join the Express?
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless
Now Clocky's
who came to
happy.
this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then he gave his pocket watch to me. It was his cherished treasure, appearing in every one of his adventure tales. He explained that difficult times were ahead, but assured me that the watch would guide me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. And then, it was as if I heard
The ticket is so visible on his chest.
the distant sound of a train whistle, echoing throughout the room.
Oh shit.
Exactly, Misha.
Oh, it's hitting me.
Followed that whistle, did we?
Yeah. I think I can still find the way we took back then.
Hey, bud, can I click on your shit now? Oh, I do have to click on you. Never mind.
This is the dream jigsaw, right? So we're supposed to find the exit. But where can we find the last piece?
Do you remember? You said you obtained a mysterious shard when you stumbled into this place.
Hey, the shape seems to match. So this shard is also connected to Misha?
Looks like we're just one step from revealing the truth. Let's get to the other side and investigate.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Impressive.
Just like the portrait we found Misha in the first place. Misha? Enter the dreamscape.
This is it. This is my room of clocks. While I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage, Walter gave me this workshop, and it became my secret base. Here, I learned how to repair clockwork and gears out of my fondness of precision mechanics. In my dreams, I was the captain of the compass, embarking on adventures with my companions, Clocky and Miss Mirror, in search of the new world. I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, but not exactly. To be more precise, this dream bubble itself is my home.
You were born in a how did...
Looks like you've remembered everything now.
I mean, yeah, if you can go back that far in your memory, then yeah.
Wait. Why does it feel like everyone else knows something I don't?
Too bad, I don't know either.
March, do you remember when he mentioned a clocky that only he could see?
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. His experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky.
I did notice that.
A mimetic life that can only be seen by a select few. It's just like a hidden message left by someone for the nameless.
But Misha can see Clocky too, right? They even grew up together. But Misha hasn't started the way of the trailblaze yet.
Oh, there's a loophole about to break my brain coming up, isn't there?
That's the key to the mystery, March. Now, take a moment to recall. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact with Misha?
I thought of this, and I was trying to think of him with Acheron at like the very fucking beginning.
Wait. No way!
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. And I'm a dweller in this dream. Just like a memory zone meme. I should have stayed here and waited for you. But when reality and memories merged, I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
Misha's a
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, but rather the stuff inside ran away?
that he's a fucking. Oh, I thought it was like a keyhole and Misha's memories would unlock it. I didn't think he was literally the shit that bailed out.
And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story.
Oh my
behind
god,
it.
this episode's going a while.
It's
Yep,
just for
Coney
Misha
is
himself
going
to
ham.
Explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha or?
Oh, it's gonna be just like I was thinking.
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, please allow me to reintroduce myself.
Is it gonna be what I thought?
I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system, adopted by seafarers Mikhail and Char. They gave me a treasure, a name that carried their hopes. Mikhail Char Legwork, or simply, Misha.
I had a feeling.
If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name, the Watchmaker.
Himiko's like, solved the puzzle. I'm like, that's awesome. March is like, nope, still don't get it. And Clocky's like, TikTok, why am I even here?
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately,
I was gonna say, he's just a
legendary
memory.
Figure
Yeah, he's just a reflection.
is no more. I am only a reflection of his life.
So he achieved reincarnation via Memoria?
As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. Friend of Clocky, a young apprentice, and a future mechanic on the Express. And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the trailblaze.
Oh, it's gonna bring a tear to my eye. Oh, it brought a tear to both. Oh, that was so good.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame,
Just like the Dream
which I
Master.
so cherished in my deepest dreams, hoping to pass it on to the nameless of future generations.
God, thank God Himiko's smartass was here because I was not about to figure that out.
However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he?
Stop it.
I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in his dream from the very beginning.
He had amnesia, but he never forgot it.
The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha. If that's
Instinct,
the case,
baby.
We encountered the Watchmaker's legacy from the beginning, didn't we?
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what every nameless has to go through.
Oh my god, it's literally the legacy.
But in the end,
In like literal literacy.
found me. I'm sure you're all wondering what my legacy is. I believe my hound has mentioned the Stellaron and my wealth. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor. I left my homeland as a child.
He left everything he owned.
On the journey of trailblaze.
In one trailblaze.
I traveled to various planets until finally reaching Asdana, where my friends and I built the original penacony and fought for its future ever since. I've been moving forward all my life.
Holy shit, the
doing
yap
what I
is
could
real.
to overcome the obstacles in my path. But ultimately, my journey reached its end, and I left behind no possessions worth entrusting. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, I suppose it's the things that are still burning in the engine's furnace. Now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that
On track?
decision to you. For the path of trailblaze is never paved by others.
Oh, bro, say less.
All I have for you is a story and 2 gifts.
Ascension material?
I want to give you my pocket watch.
Oh.
It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive child forward, and has been blessed with the presence of so many great people up to this day. And my hat, too.
You did
The one
not
who
just say your
navigated
hat.
For me placed it on my head and planted a fanciful thought in my mind. The trailblazing expedition will never end.
Oh, shit. Oh no, my eyes are leaking. What's happening? Oh, God. The trailblazing expedition, whatever. All I thought of was Blackbeard screaming at Luffy saying that the age when pirates will stop dreaming will never happen or whatever. The age where pirates dream will never end.
Now,
Oh,
it's
fuck,
time
dude.
for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor
Fucking-
of time.
All right, everyone. Let's make a decision.
Himeko, do we really need to?
Although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Yep. I object. Nah, we trailblaze here. Click, damn it.
Of course. We've come this far. Surely there's no other option than moving forward.
In that case, it's unanimous. Then let's proceed together to the end of this dream and tell Mikhail our decision.
Please give me a stopping point first. Thank you, God. Okay. Ah. My God, this is amazing. I hope you guys are enjoying this because I'm going crazy. Holy shit. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you don't, leave it a dislike. If you want to see some more, go ahead, subscribe, hit the Kafka. Thank you. Subscribe, hit the bell icon. I don't have a schedule, so if you hit that bell icon, you'll know more about when my videos come out than I do. Anyways, leave a comment down below if you have any questions or you think my speculations are batshit insane. Anyways, though, I'm rambling. Adios. Have fun all. I clicked you son of a bitch. Turn off.